talking sports. Whitlock and Wiley. Mark Schlereth is back with us. Time to get anti-social with our man Darnell Smith.
What's going on,
Darnell was popping on them Twitter streets.
Yes, sir. We're going to start with the NFL preseason, where Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones told reporters that he will be sitting out of the preseason games this year, continuing a trend of veteran and marquee players saving their bodies for games that actually matter. I think this is a really good idea for a guy like Julio and other veteran players. But do you guys think this is a smart move?
For Julio Jones and every other established star in the NFL, yeah, I think they're going to all start skipping the preseason.
Yeah.
And this is why they need to go to 18 games and a 2-game preseason.
0 preseason games. They need to. I mean, in college, I don't remember that preseason game we had in college. Oh, you know why? Because we didn't have one, damn it. And I was a collegiate athlete. I make it to the pros all of a sudden. I got to go out there. And then there's a game you don't play. There's a game you play one series. There's a game you play one quarter. It's like, come on, coach. You're not even taking this seriously. So
this is all changing. Think about what the Rams did last year. They didn't play anybody, right?
Right.
Everybody's like, ooh, they're not playing anybody. And then they just started opening a can on everybody. So now all the coaches are going,
Cost them in the Super Bowl. Had they played in preseason, they would. I'm just.
oh, boy, you went. I was like, troll alert. What did you say? They went to the Super Bowl.
All right.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
All right, keeping it on the gridiron, we all know about the infamous Wonder League test administered at the NFL Combine, which includes 50 multiple-choice questions that prospects get 12 minutes to answer. While most guys struggle with the test, Patriots guard Joe Thuney just said on a podcast that he's so smart, he was advised to only answer 39 to 50 questions because they didn't want him to score too high and scare teams off. He took the advice and actually got all 39 of those questions correct. I thought the story was crazy, but do you guys actually believe it?
Yeah, because I did this throughout high school and college. I didn't want people to think I was too smart.
Right.
And so I failed a few classes from time to time, just, you know, just to be relatable.
Yeah. Right. Miss the shots on purpose.
Yeah.
Man, look, Steph Curry, I beat you in horse anytime. I'm going to miss on purpose, right?
Right.
No, I don't believe this. One, he's an offensive lineman. That's the smart group. If anything, they're looking for guys who live up to that stereotype that you are intelligent. So, and 39 to 50, that's still in the same range of like, wow, that's amazing. So
that's off the charts. Listen,
it's off the charts.
Football, genius, mutually exclusive events.
Yeah.
And like, if you're a genius, you wouldn't be playing this game. So, like, I mean, I'm just telling you. You're not. Hey, I don't care what you scored at. You ain't that smart. You're playing football for a living.
Right.
Well,
All right.
Again, I think there's actually. I believe him.
No.
I believe because again, if you can't be too smart for football, and I'm telling you, as an evaluator, I see somebody come in with a 50, I'm off that dude.
No, that's not. No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
In attitude, you can be too smart for football, but in terms of a test, and you got 50, he's like, no.
Well, you know, there is those guys that you say, like, paralysis by analysis. Like, this guy's too smart. And, like, if you're going to make a mistake, go make it 100 miles an hour and try to shorten somebody's neck. Like, that was always the theory behind it, right?
Right.
And so you're like, if this guy is too busy being analytical and asking too many questions, he's going to he'll slow down the whole room's learning process because he's above everybody else. So there is something to that. I believe he's smart, but again, you're playing football for a living.
All right.
So let's calm down.
Time now for Darnell's question of the day. Darnell, take it away.
It's Darnell.
That's my guy.
My question of the day. All right, guys, during the Women's World Cup, the U.S. women's players complained about not getting equal pay to that of the U.S. men. Well, yesterday, the U.S. Soccer Federation released documents that reveal that the women actually make more than the men. Our guy, Clay Travis, added some more details, tweeting out they received $34.1 million over the past decade. The men got just $26.4 million. That's despite the men producing 65% of the overall revenue. Do you guys think this puts an end to the controversy?
No.
Man, yeah.
Because facts don't matter, and this argument has never been about facts. The U.S. government, through Title IX, has a massive 40-some-odd year, 50-some-odd year investment in women's soccer. That's the equalizer for football, and that's what Title IX has been about. Our investment in women's soccer is astronomical, and that's why we're so dominant and embarrass the rest of the world. We've invested, we've spent the money to create the best women's team, and that's exactly what we have.
No, I don't think it ends the controversy. This conversation is teetering between gender inequality and fairness. And those are two different discussions, especially if you're going to court and mediation like they are. And if it's a fairness argument, if they side with the U.S. Soccer Federation, then Good luck with that. You're not going to be able to overturn it. This article that came out with the difference in numbers, it also was accused of cooking the books. They both included the World Cup numbers, but then they said, well, we subsidize the women's
they offer the pro league,
professional league
welfare. Yes, they do.
Okay,
They do.
welfare subsidized. I was on welfare. I was subsidized. I get it. No, and I'm with you. And that's where you see
a lot of government cheese in my house.
Yeah, for real. Hard to cut, too. So the thing is, that's where the books look a little different. And the FIFA prize money based on the results and how do you give them bonuses for wins and losses. So detailed. Basically, the conversation continues, the controversy.
It's never. That's not going to end it. And you know, when I see the numbers that are being released, I'm like, well, who does that serve? That serves the people releasing the numbers. I'd like to see the rest of the numbers, right? Yeah. Like, we're going to release the numbers that actually fit our narrative.
Right.
Like, you guys aren't being treated with inequality. You guys aren't being treated unfairly, you know? So here's the numbers to prove it. Well, how about we see the rest of the numbers? I read something today where it wasn't like some of the TV revenue is not considered like in that I mean, the whole thing's a mess. It continues.
Both sides have lawyers arguing their side. The truth, I don't even think it's in the middle again. If you look at the overall investment in women's soccer in this country, we've invested in that as a government like no other. Coming up, I've been taking a lot of heat for saying LeBron is stealing the spotlight from his son and doing too much at his AAU games. Critics came after me. I'm coming after the critics. Next!
Thanks.